The On the Record political panel is here. Fortune Magazine's Nina Easton and from townhall.com, Guy Benson. Nina, there are a couple issues here. One is the incident. And I told you, I'd like to be the defense lawyer on that one. I think that's an easy one to beat as representing him. The second is the sort of the rude boorish behavior after the incident by the Trump campaign. That's a political issue. And the whole idea, then the third issue is that a lot of people in the media don't like Trump, and they've seized upon sort of the factual issue of whether or not this even happened, as you know, that whether or not he actually did this. Anyway, so there's the mess. It's your turn.
I think it's less about this one incident than it is about a pattern of behavior on the part of the candidate himself, who not only has bullied people, what he did, he went after Ted Cruz's wife last week. He's suggested way back that Ben Carson was a pedophile. I mean, we know he bullies. And he defends people who bully. And I think if he, in this particular incident, when it first happened, if he had said, this is not going to be tolerated, I'm going to look into it, and I apologize if she was hurt, she wouldn't. She's made it clear she wouldn't have filed anything. It was the fact that the Trump machine turned its cannon on her that made her move more aggressively to take action. So it's about how a presidential candidate should react. And we should get back to this, but this is going to hurt him even more with women voters.
Let me bring the viewers in for a second. Viewers, it's your turn to vote at home on Twitter. Should Donald Trump suspend his campaign manager until the legal case is resolved? Tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta. We'll show your live Twitter votes throughout the show. Guy, your turn.
Well, I think that what we heard from your last guest, there were a few assertions that I don't think are true. He said, I'll begin by saying I'm not sure if this is actually a crime. He watched the video and was like, is that actually a crime? The problem is Corey Lewandowski at the time called Michelle Fields a liar. He said he never touched her and said she was delusional.
Well, let me stop right there, though. Looking at, I'm not convinced. I'm not the jury, but we've got that video where we stop and we've got the two Secret Service who look like they're about to grab her. It is theoretically possible that he didn't touch her.
No, he touched her.
Well, I mean, okay.
There's the audio of her talking to the Washington Post reporter right after, which I listened to, and she said, "Did he really do that? Did he just grab me?" So it was very natural
but let me tell you about eyewitness testimony in the courtroom. Is that it is inherently unreliable, and so we do it with horrible. I mean, like
but
incredible
there's video
caution.
too. You just played the video.
Well, no, I'm saying it looks like Corey's grabbing into her. I mean, it certainly looks like that.
And then he pulls her back, and he said he never touched her, and that she was delusional for suggesting otherwise.
That's the rude, boorish behavior.
Right. So politically, whether or not this is a crime that ought to be charged and will be convicted, I tend to guess that's probably tough to pull off in court. Politically, this looks like more thuggery, Trump doubling down, defending the guy. And we just had two polls out this week with Trump's disapprovals in the 70s among women. This is not going to help.
47% of Republican women disapprove of Donald Trump. You cannot win a general election with those kinds of numbers.
Both of you stick around.